bathroom. Now watch out, we got some bad roaches here. And you're on our turf, man. And man, I tell you what's so bad.
Welcome to the What Bugs Me podcast, the homeowner's guide to pest control. Here we will cut through the fog to get to the truth, dispelling old wives' tales and myths, all to help you get a bug-free home. My name is Aaron, and I have over 20 years in the pest control industry, so I should know what I'm talking about, but I'm always up for learning more. So, you want to know what bugs me? The nature of a shelter home makes the probability of bed bugs and roaches much higher. This type of living arrangement is a powder keg just waiting to explode. If it does, it's 10 times harder to fix. Cooperation is extremely important. One person can infest the whole house, and if others are not doing what they should be, then they are at risk of spreading it even further. It's just like a cold, the flu, or lice. With so many living in such close quarters, a small issue can explode in no time. When I was in boot camp, there were 90 guys from all over the country spending 24/7 together in a little bitty room, close quarters. We all had the sniffles the entire time. You are receiving a blessing from some people who care about you and want to see you turn things around. Don't spit in their face when they ask you to do your part. Dealing with and preventing sickness, bed bugs, and German roaches is not fun, but it's much better than the alternative, living with bugs or living on the streets. So when new residents enter, their stuff doesn't enter until it's clean and free of pests. After a bed bug job, we do a thing called get naked on the front porch. Basically, we strip down as far as we can legally without getting in trouble. All our clothes go into the wash, and we go straight to the shower. Now, you got to figure out whatever arrangement works best for your facility, but the clothes need to be laundered. Everything else needs to be inspected. If you've got a heat chamber, that's the time to use it. Do not visit someone who has bed bugs. If it's a custody situation, it's best to meet out in town somewhere. Remember, it's not just you in this house. If it cannot be avoided, something like visitation, then they don't need to bring anything but the essentials to the house and go through the naked on the front porch protocol every time they come. Be diligent every time without fail, because the one time you don't will be the one time you cause a problem. I don't care who did it or who didn't do what. Don't play the blame game. You have to be a team because you're all in this together. Absolutely no food in the rooms, especially for German roaches and sanitation. So in the rooms, you must limit your belongings to what can be stored in dressers, hanging in the closet, and what fits in Rubbermaid plastic totes. Nothing else. Clutter provides bed bugs and German roaches a place to hide and prevents us from accessing all the places we need to get to, or not being able to treat it all for safety reasons because there's so much stuff everywhere. It also makes it harder to keep the place clean, and that leads to many things for you, including sickness. If you have any information about encountering bed bugs or German roaches, you must inform the house mothers immediately and before you enter the house. Before you enter the house. I can't say that enough. Before you enter the house. And you must go through the naked on the front porch protocol. Tell us the truth. Tell them the truth. I'm not here to place blame or look down on anyone. Don't care. Our only goal is to get rid of the bugs and to keep them gone. In order to do that, we and the house mothers need accurate information. Don't be that one person that screws it up for everybody else. So we've all heard of skip tracing with the dreaded COVID. Well, the same applies to bed bugs and German roaches. If you've been around somebody that has them, you're infected. You have to act a certain way. If you've been around somebody who's been around somebody, same situation. If you've been to other shelters, if you've gotten donations, if there's an issue at work, if you work at a certain place where that type of thing might occur, then you need to be careful. Never, under any circumstances, spray or put anything out to kill bed bugs or German roaches. Don't put things on your skin to repel them. This is all old wives' tales and dumb stuff people say on Facebook. It won't work. It could be dangerous, illegal, and most of them make it worse by spreading them to other beds or other rooms. One good example is rubbing alcohol on your skin to repel bed bugs. It doesn't work. It evaporates quickly anyway, and it dries out your skin, making your skin more vulnerable to irritation and damage. I've seen people do this 100 times, and they end up scratching their dry skin in their sleep and creating places on their skin that then they attribute to the bed bug bites when there's no bed bugs there to begin with. If you have any questions, let the house mothers know, and we will get an answer for you, okay? Activity of bed bugs cannot be determined by bites. Blemishes on the skin could be many different kinds of bugs, a medical issue, environmental issue. Remember, you're in a new place with a lot going on and being exposed to many new things, from soaps to beauty care products to food to other people to dust and a million other things. Any one of those things can present what looks like bites. And no, you cannot say that a bite looks like a bed bug or a mosquito bite because you had them before and that's what it looked like. Everyone's chemistry is different, and you can react differently based on a million different factors. Bottom line is, you cannot say that thing on your skin is a bed bug bite. I can't, and I'm an associate certified entomologist. Neither can a doctor, though some do anyway. On a side note, just because there are two bites side by side each other doesn't mean spiders either. Spiders rarely bite. Unlike bed bugs, you aren't food for a spider. Why would it bite you? What you should do when you find a bite is inspect your bed and see if you find anything and report it all to the house mothers. Bed bugs are not a medical danger. They cannot spread disease by biting someone and then biting you. The only way they can spread anything is if they walk on an open wound and then on an open wound on someone else, but that could happen by any bug doing that. Prep must be done before every treatment. Unless you are given other instructions, pick up your clothes and linens off the floor or overhanging any furniture. If it's clean, put it up. If it's dirty, wash it. Pull all linens off the mattress and place them on top of the mattress. Remove any items under the bed. The only thing that should be under there anyway is a sealed tote, and that can stay there if there's nowhere else to move it, or you can't put it on top of the bed. Do not move things to other rooms to do this. This will only spread bed bugs. Any laundry done at any stage for any reason needs to go from your room to the washing machine directly. Do not stage it in piles somewhere until the machine is empty. Don't pass go. Do not collect $200. Clothes and linens are either in your room or they're in the wash. Nowhere else. No exceptions. Again, if you have any questions, let the house mother know, and they will get with us to answer your questions. Please go through them for everything so we can have one contact instead of getting mobbed with questions from a bunch of people. Again, be diligent and follow all instructions. that you were given to make sure you don't have to deal with bugs on top of whatever else is going on in your life. Nobody needs that, and we're here to keep it under check, but we must have your cooperation. You know what bugs me? Bed bugs and roaches in a shelter home. But I love to kill them.
You're killing me, Smalls!
So, I stand upon my desk to remind myself that we must constantly look at things in a different way.